Thank you, Coach. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light. Red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Ready. 18 Gator. 49. Greystone travel.
All day, every day, any day. Check 4. Check 31.
Golf. Snap.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go, set. 70, Indy.
I got you, boy. What?
Ready.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Third and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Bang.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Let's get off the field.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Tight ends on the loosey.
Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long.
14. SOS. Check three.
Play action. It's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never called the play action fade.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And this throw will be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
That stat's looking way different than Jalen was, man.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Under crunch.
On second down now, it's Elliott. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Monte Nicholson picks it, and a return across midfield and a 36-yard line.
Took 6 minutes.
6-3, 218, chop.
On 1st down, Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
64, weak.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot for the
end.
He's got
playing that cover
touchdown,
too,
Dolphins. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Good game right here.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this 1st half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself. That was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
25, check 25, check 25.
Now Wilson, gonna throw again. Dancing to his left.
I should have
Past the
fumbled that.
35,
Come on.
he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Elliott running right. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right.
Yeah, I knew that's what you wanted to do. I knew he was going to try to scramble.
And he goes down.
No doubt, that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's do this. See if I can catch him off.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, that's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along as they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Come on, dude. Get this
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Defense playing better than the last one.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Operating. Second and 3. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and the Seahawk first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right.
Come on, catch that.
He threw it terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. And the pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Let's go, baby.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Let's go, rookie.
Picked off near the 42.
And
they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're going a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Now back to throw.
Ooh, way to fit that shit in, baby. Way to fit that shit in the hole, baby.
23 on the third down conversion.
Oh, shit.
Let's go. 90
You
can't block me. You can't block me.
Sit up. 57
Back to throw now on first down.
Oh,
looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
50, play. Strip that ball. Hey, Charlie.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, that shit's been picked. I got lucky as fuck.
And incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away.
Right, let's go,
and brings up a 4th
down
decision.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure
okay, I gotta keep
and
that
now he's
spot.
going to use his legs. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Flushed out right.
And fumble that bitch.
Here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. This is Elliott. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on third down.
Listen, he can run.
You got it. You got it. 55, my guy, 55. Cut.
Come on, Bosa. Get in there, baby.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Yeah. Let's fucking go.
To eat this one is down
Ooh,
he
okay,
goes.
rookie, I see you, baby.
There's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut?
This shit.
Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Damn, I wish I could have got to that
It's
fucking
been a
edge.
struggle
Good
all game
return.
for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little
Let's
bit
go,
of
baby. Let's
support
get a
with a
touchdown,
punt return. Unfortunately, that's ball got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
Come on, 85.
It can ignite it
He held
one way
that
or the
block. That
other,
was a
and boy,
fucking touchdown.
that didn't help them at all.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll drop the throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Bravo.
49.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
Oh, come on, Diggs. Catch that.
Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field, no matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable.
Oh, I need to fumble that
It
shit.
might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Sliding out of the pocket. It's complete. Swings it out to
That's
his
what I'm talking
running back.
about. Way to get back there, baby.
Free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Way to seal that air, baby. Gotta get past him.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, he caught it.
A deep shot that's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup
fucking
there.
play,
It's gonna
baby.
be the final play
Diggs
of the
came
3rd
through.
quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack. Able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Woo! Let's fucking go, baby. Ready to throw that bitch in there, Jalen.
Durham Smith there to make the grab. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's complete to Robinson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right.
Now what are you going to do? Are you going to go for it or what?
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline,
That
but
running
just
shit
a
ain't gonna
little
work
bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
For that.
Nick Bosa and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Nah, he lagging. He just shit over there. He fucking lagging up. The hell? Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck it, man. Let me drop. That's some bullshit. I'm taking my win, man.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your
Some bullshit, man. Oh, man. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I say you lag, but how come we wasn't lagging the whole game? As soon as the game over, we fucking lag out. Hey, come on, man. Oh, boy. That's some bullshit. Man, I'm taking my fucking win, man.